Hello everybody, Dave Neal here, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. All right, you got me. We have a second video on a Saturday. Busy doing laundry and Swiffering and all that jazz. And Caila decided it's time to apologize. She's at a wedding this weekend and is going through some drama. Last weekend, we had drama around Clategate, and we of course had Susie being a videographer at a wedding, having to deal with the rumors of her boyfriend's infidelity, which were quickly disproven by a couple of timestamps. But either way, this story is a little bit more one-sided in the sense that it is Caila versus a garter snake. So we're going to get right into it. Caila says she's sorry and her fear got the best of her. And people aren't really buying it because, of course, she spent a day and a half blocking anyone who was like, why are you killing snakes with scissors, you crazy person? And other, comments like that. And she blocked everyone. And now she's saying, hey, I'm sorry. Her money has been messed with, as they say. People have reached out to her sponsors and all that. So here it was my original thumbnail. Why did Caila post that? That's the big question is like, geez, it's one thing if you have a rattlesnake in your backyard and you freak out and grab a shovel. And, there's one thing when you do that. There's another when you have the resources of your Instagram, your cell phone, to film the beheading, Game of Thrones style, this, Final Destination, scissors, whatever's going on here. Just she throws the scissors at the guy. Could have poked his eye out. He'd have a good lawsuit. But instead of that, she could have just Googled, hey, what does this little snake do? And she would have found out it's not toxic at all. Yeah, it secretes a little bit of a stink out of its anal glands, as I've learned, which, by the way, didn't know I needed to know that. Now I do. I'll always know that. People are like, Grandpa, why do you know that garter snakes secrete a stink out of its anal glands? And I'll be like, well, Timmy, because back in my day, there was a TV show. What's a TV show? The point is they would bang in a yurt, and then they'd be famous. What's that? And then all of a sudden, I tell the story of Snakegate, as it were, April 2022. But it's barrel scraping Dave, and that's where we're at this time of the year.
Barrel scraping Dave.
And we're scraping the barrel, and the barrel keeps scraping, and here we are. So she's got this, and then the second video we made was that Cassidy got blocked by Caila. And Cassidy said, I'll never not be critical of the completely out-of-touch, exorbitantly wealthy, doing out-of-pocket, completely insensitive stuff, and thinking they can sweep it under the rug. That's a flippin' promise. Of course, I don't know if Caila's exorbitantly wealthy, although this photo I used does look like she sells real estate in the Midwest, and maybe she does, for all I know. I don't really keep in touch with her. So here's what she posted. Here are her two posts of the day. And she, of course, as you do when you apologize, you post a field of lavender or whatever the hell this is. Getting used to, it's not lavender, whatever, you can tell me in the comment section. You can plant-splain to me. Getting used to a new environment takes time. Sometimes we don't always get it right the first time. We learn as we go. Well, that's what your Google's for. You can Google, how do I not get canceled in my backyard when I'm disposing of snakes, or relocating of snakes, I should say. And then the next post is, I'm sorry about my stories the other day. And I haven't read this yet. We're going to read this. We're looking for keywords like but, or, ways she apologizes and skirts responsibility. So I'm going to give this a grade of F to A+, and we'll see what she says. I'm sorry. By the way, you don't get an A if it's an apology statement, so she already lost the A. I'm sorry about my stories the other day. I have been a little overly sensitive around snakes after a close call with a rattlesnake in the garage and finding another under my car in the front yard. Both were humanly relocated. I believe she means humanely. So we have a typo, so that knocks it down to a B+. But Friday, my fear got the best of me. So she added a but, so that knocks it down to a B-. But Friday, my fear got the best of me, as I didn't want Ash to get used to garden snakes and think it's okay to play with deadly ones too. I think I'm still adjusting from living in a city for 10 plus years and moving to Texas with many new critters about. I care for animals and have made a donation to a local animal shelter at Austin Pets Alive. I am so sorry, and I promise to do better. I'm going to keep this at a B-. Some of you guys go, oh, jeez, Dave, this is no better than a C+. I'm going to keep it at a B- because I didn't see any other typos other than saying humanly as opposed to humanely. Although maybe they were just humanly relocated. I don't know how that works. But then the excuse is kind of laughable. I didn't want Ash. I'm assuming Ash is her puppy mill dog. I didn't want Ash to get used to garden snakes and think it's okay with deadly ones too. I don't know. She says garden snakes here. Are garden snakes, let's do this, garden snake versus garter snake. So I already feel like many people call garter snakes some of the most common, widespread, and frequently observed snakes in North America. Garden snakes, a reflection of their common occurrence in yards and farm plots. In other words, a garter snake and a garden snake are one and the same. So essentially, the term garter snake is so misused that people now just be like, all right, you said garden snake, you meant garter snake, whatever, no big deal. All right, here's what you guys have to say about this. Let's see if there's any grace in the comment section of Reddit. I'm just kidding. Why would there be? She humanly relocated 2 venomous rattlesnakes but killed the harmless little garden snake. What? Now, she actually wrote humanly. So she didn't give a flip what happened to those snakes. If she is stupid enough to think we'd fall for that, then we should try to sell her a bridge. The sparkle emoji is sending me. Okay, so there they are, most people. And of course, then it devolves in a race where people are like, well, if you cared about humans the way you cared about snakes, one thing after another. Okay, you just can't win everything. You can't win every battle. But will Caila lose any following from this? I don't think so. I think people were rightfully triggered when they saw golly, do you guys watched it? I actually it's like, why? That's what it comes down to. Why? If you don't have better, and I'm not a big judgy person here, folks. You know me, no judgment, Dave. But really? This is what you decided? Having been in Bachelor Nation for years and had other problematic things and this and that, this is what you decided would be good content for your fans? And as it was said here, she had enough wherewithal to say, animal lovers, do not watch my next story. This is your warning. Could you believe if all of the PETA supporters all right, I guess we'll pack it up. I guess we're not going to watch. No, they're going to watch it going, what is she about to do that's going to piss off animal lovers, which animal lovers, I don't know, is that 75% of humans? If there's one thing most people can unite around, it's the misuse and abuse of animals. Now people will say, Dave, didn't you have bacon for lunch? And look, okay, yeah, I get it. I understand. First of all, pigs, that's a tough one. What did God think he was doing when he made such an adorable animal taste so good? The hell are you doing to us? You know what I mean? Anyway, so God bless us that dogs don't taste like good bacon. Okay, that got kind of weird. I'm making jokes, folks. The point is, and I was having this conversation with some people in the Patreon, is that I think, and again, a lot of vegans talk about this and go, no, you shouldn't harm any animals. I think it's okay to take a hard stance if you want to be like, say, all animals, don't kill anyone, nothing, pleather this, don't go, I get that. But I also think what we can do as a society to move a little bit away from our dependency on meat products and things like that, I think what we can do as a society is to just like Katie Thurston's been promoting and some others, like, Meatless Mondays or whatever it's called, girls' night, you know what I mean? Because guys are meat, and sausage. So, the idea that rather than have burgers 3 nights a week, you do it one night. Like, slowly move away from a dependency that we have in the States, at least, of this like overly protein diet. Like, we don't need that much protein. You know what I mean? We don't need that much meat product. Ground beef just bloating us and adding hormones, and the antibiotics they have to shoot into the animals are going to be a destructive problem for the youth. Anyway, we could rail on it all day long. It's Saturday. I got laundry to do. B- is my grade. Let me know what you guys think. If anyone wants more content, you can go check out my Patreon, patreon.com/Dave Neal. Unless there's any other breaking news, I think this will be it for me today, but you never know. The sun never sets on Bachelor Nation drama. We know that. All right, we'll see you guys later. Bye now.